Hello everyone, you're watching Player Review Channel. In today's video, we'll give you an in-depth look at the 94 rated Thuram card, share our thoughts on where to use him and whether he's worth getting despite the tempting price. We'll also go through some alternatives and more. As always, it'll be dynamic and interesting, so stay tuned. By the way, at the end of the video, we'll also share our opinion on the evolutions for Dumfries and Lala from the seasons. So, Lilian comes with an average body type, standing at 182 centimeters, and a 4-star skill moves and 4-star weak foot combination. In terms of chemistry style, the ideal pick would be Shadow, which keeps him at a manageable, controlled lengthy acceleration type. We highlight all the defensive playstyles, especially block and anticipate. Plus, the card features aerial and the always useful relentless. Thuram can operate both as a central defender and a right back, which is what we'll discuss now. As usual, we start with the pace. His acceleration is solid enough, but more importantly, he has good sprint speed over distance thanks to his stats and lengthy type. However, despite a fairly average body type, Thuram doesn't come across as a truly dominant central defender, as these examples show. Sure, he'll push players off using Bruiser or even flatten smaller attackers, but to illustrate further, let's look at the next play. We see a striker sprinting and Campbell simply leans into him without even tackling, easily pushing the opponent off the ball. Next, there's a moment with Mbappe, where Thuram fails to overpower his compatriot, but Campbell steps in again, completely destroying Mbappe. Of course, Thuram can't do it quite like that, but if you play manually and time your tackles right, the aggressive movement combined with the golden anticipate will do the job. Again, take a look at this burst animation against CR7 and the aggressive manual tackle. Simply put, with Thuram, you must always tackle manually. That way, there'll be no issues with aggression. Moreover, Thuram has enough reaction to make sharp tackles, like in this play against Cruyff. He also features wide tackle animations when lunging for the ball, just like any player with golden anticipate. Still, we want to emphasize his sharp acceleration bursts, like in this episode against Ham. At the same time, anticipate won't guarantee consistent aggression even with manual tackles, but it does guarantee accurate tackles, which can sometimes be even more valuable, especially inside your own penalty area. Another key feature of the Frenchman is his mobility, supported not just by his average height but also by his very effective jockeying. Overall, Thuram responds very well to sudden changes in direction, making it easier to read long balls and other passes. By the way, aerial grants the card some quality jumping animations. Just look at this leap from the right back position. Right. Where's the best place to use Thuram? Honestly, he can do a job anywhere. Another question is whether you'd want to spend over $1 million on a defensive right back. The thing is, Thuram brings almost nothing to the attack but makes an excellent stay-at-home fullback. In our opinion, he's better seen as a mobile central defender who will frequently block shots thanks to the block play style. This talent provides the card with additional animations, allowing him to literally throw himself into shots. However, because of his not-so-large body, Thuram finds it harder to stretch out and reach shots, so you must position him very precisely along the shot trajectory. Any careless movement could easily result in conceding a goal. As for interceptions, they feel better than baseline. Also, his good ball control allows him to quickly dodge counter tackles. And yes, for the right back role, you might find him a little lacking in agility, but for a central defender, it's more than enough. Some of you might wonder if 1+ is enough for Thuram as a defender. The answer is yes. At least he frequently intercepted passes by reading the opponent. We can't recall him ever seriously failing in the central area, so we don't see a problem with only 1+ for defender. Of course, sometimes you miss having ping pass, but again, it's not critical, especially for a central role. As you know, in EAFC 25, the rewards for the Weekend League are awesome, which means that the game has become much harder to play. Our boosters will help you to get the best rewards. Write in, because the number of spots is limited, and don't forget that we also sell coins at a cheap price. All links in the description. Alright, time for the conclusions. Thuram has a very respectable card that you can build without hesitation. That said, after buying and playing him for a while, personally, we didn't feel the urge to keep him, even considering the tempting price tag of over $1 million. Frankly, considering the avalanche of new cards coming this month, we don't think Thuram is necessary. He's not unique enough to recommend building for everyone. That's just our perspective though. Objectively, the price is very fair. However, don't forget that you can now build Gullit, who's much more unique thanks to his body type and top-tier playstyles, for even less. And yes, earlier we said we wouldn't swap Thuram for Maldini, but now we think differently. First, Maldini is genuinely faster thanks to his quick step. Second, at the end of the paid season, you can claim Golden Anticipate and give it to Maldini, or Gullit for that matter. Still, you could always build Thuram either as a pairing option or to play him at right back. Naturally, Baresi and Beckenbauer stand no chance against Thuram and can be safely replaced. Although, don't forget to test Thuram's loan version for comparison, especially if you're attached to those icons. Same with Gabriel's card, although we obviously have a bias against him, so if you're fully happy with Gabriel, feel free to keep him. By the way, the new Pacho impressed us and we definitely wouldn't swap him out for Thuram. If anything, we'd build Thuram for the right back slot. When it comes to right backs, Lala turned out to be a pretty good option that we can even recommend. However, he's still not especially strong physically, so we'd rather play with Thuram or Dumfries. Dumfries will cost you about 350k. That said, even after upgrading, he doesn't feel like a perfect option. Sure, he's very powerful and aggressive, but he lacks left stick dribbling, not ball control, specifically jockeying. Actually, the perfect option for us remains various evolutions of Zambrotta. We keep rotating him out, but we always bring him back, especially after another evolution update. By the way, let us know who your ideal right back is, since it's pretty obvious for the left back slot. And share your thoughts about the cards you've packed, who you liked, and why. Final verdict: Thuram was released at a very fair price, so if you enjoy using his loan or liked his previous cards, go ahead and build him. As for us, we'll probably focus on building Gullit on our main account, because our current defenders already satisfy us. If you still have any questions, drop them in the comments. We'll try to answer quickly. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss out on more interesting reviews. We're giving Thuram a 9.2 rating for card quality and reminding you that detailed ratings will be posted tomorrow on our Twitter. As for the SBC cost, the card confidently earns a full 10. Thanks for watching till the end and see you in new videos.